Hey YouTube, it is the Pokemon Go World Championships this weekend, and with it we get there's like two, maybe three events a year where it's just like time to get all the Pokemon Go relevant Pokemon into an event, and this is one of them. So not surprising that the main World Championship is one where there would be a lot of Pokemon for. So if you want to watch it, the championship is taking place 15 to 17 in Anaheim, California. It'll I think be on Twitch. Yeah, you can go watch it on Twitch. They usually have some like drops of like rewards and stuff if you're watching the Twitch. Yeah, so keep your eyes on the broadcast. We'll display a code for the following trainer t-shirts and avatars. So you can get some avatars by putting in a code if you're watching the streams. But if you don't want to watch the streams, you should be going out to grind Pokemon because pretty much every Pokemon here has some sort of meta relevance. So Friday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. to Sunday at 8 p.m. So you got basically 3 full days. One new costume Pokemon. It's funny that's the lead thing is a new costume Pokemon, Pikachu with a varsity jacket. But that's not what we care about. We care about a few other things here. Number 1, event bonuses. Up to 5 special trades can be made per day. So if you want to swap some legendaries, now is a pretty good time. Additional Pokemon encounters along the Pokemon Go reward track. Interesting. So I guess this has happened before. Usually, I think right now, even in the track, it's the 3rd one. And if I remember correctly, last time they did this, they put it in the 2nd and 4th spot. So I believe in the 2nd and 4th spot, you'll now have Pokemon encounters. So I think that's what that means, and then an increased chance of getting this shiny Pikachu. Raids, research tasks, and just out in the wild, there are a bunch of Pokemon that you want. So in the 1-star raids, Pikachu and Honedge. 3-star raids, Lapras, Dusclops, and Diggersby. Field research, Pikachu, but Meryl, Paldean, Wooper, and Honedge. And in the wild, Nidoran, Mankey, Meryl, Wooper, Spoink, Inkay, Rookidee, Fuecoco, and potentially Frillish and Volibee. Let me just a quick sidebar. Nidoran, female here, has not been meta relevant in years once they nerfed Poison Fang. And down here, you can see that for paid research, again, I don't normally cover paid research, Lickitung and Carbink really have, and Swallow is still not good. And Low Kicks is pretty, like, there's a lot on this list that's like not really meta relevant. Some important things you also need to know: chance to get some legacy moves, Ice Beam on Lapras, Rage Fist on Primeape and Annihilate, and then Clodsire still offering Mega Horn, but you do not need Mega Horn. In fact, you should not have Mega Horn on yours. New background. So again, I like to say new arena and background. I'm like, cool, I would have noticed the new arena. I would not notice the new background because I definitely do not play with my audio on. But that's there. One other thing we need to talk about: 4 times Stardust for wins. That does not include end of set. It used to. When they did 3 and 4 times dust, they used to give you end of set rewards at like 3 times the dust, but they don't do that anymore. They stopped that I think they did it for like 1 season, then stopped it. But 20 to 100 sets. So it's a Go Battle weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can do 100 battles. So 20 sets. Free battle theme time research. And then wider variants of attack, defense, and HP, because they know this is a GBL focused event and you want lower attack, high defense, and stamina on your GBL Pokemon. So they give you a wider variety of Pokemon from the rewards during that. Great League, Ultra League, Master League active. Okay. So I named a bunch of Pokemon in the wild and the raids and the research, and pretty much everything, like 95% of them are top 50. Actually, I don't know why it's first. Yeah, Honedge, because Honedge is the first one in the raid, and it's a field research test. So good, you need XLs for it. But once they kind of reset, it was broken, but once they kind of reset the brokenness of it, between that and not having the XLs, I have not seen one. I have not gone against one in GBL since, and it's ranked to 182. So, maybe they'll get at a better move later. Maybe they'll change how it plays later, or I don't know. They'll fix something. But right now, it's almost irrelevant, but you need XLs for it. And XLs do matter in this Pokemon. So, I think now is probably a good time to gather those Pokemon so that you can trade them. Hopefully next season we get guaranteed trading XLs, because that would be a good time to get a bunch. So this is a good time to get a bunch in the raids and the field research and bank them and trade them later. But if you want some more relevant stuff now, pretty much everything else. Lapras is out there, ranked number 5 in the Great League. Also, I don't have Ultra League here, but short version is everything that I'm going to say here, I'll mention if they have play in the Ultra League, and 90% of it will. Lapras has play in the Ultra League, top 5 in the Great League. I think it's like 2nd or 3rd in the Ultra League. Dusclops does not have play in the Ultra League. Dust Noir has play in the Ultra League, so you definitely need... you don't get the candy. I guess you get Dusclops candies, the first version of it through Dusclops, but Dusclops has play in the Great League. Dust Noir in the Ultra League, but top Great League Pokemon here. Diggersby is the number 1 ranked Pokemon now. I did my top teams video the Monday, the day before for Tuesday, and it was Giratina as the number 1, but updated Diggersby number 1. I guess Diggersby also has more play against Giratina too, because it is a normal typing, although your quick attack is resisted, so that's actually quite neutral. But the claw is resisted. So Diggersby, number 1 ranked Pokemon. Diggersby, no play in the Ultra League. Clodsire, so I guess it's maybe not as high in the Ultra League. Clodsire, top ranked here, does not have play in the Ultra League. So those are the ones you want to just focus on the Great League. Azumarill, Azumarill, play in the Great League, not in the Ultra League. Primeape, Annihilape, both have play in the Great League, both have play in the Ultra League. Shadow, regular Primeape, way better in the Great League. Shadow Annihilape, way better in the Great League. Unfortunately, I do not think those are available right now, but if they ever become available again, remind me, please comment below if Primeape, the Shadow version is in a raid. It's not raid. Yeah, even a raid at this point, but for sure as a rocket event. Like if it's in the rockets, let me know because I need to get one. Yeah, so they have a couple on here that aren't as relevant this season, not because any of these moves got nerfed, just because the meta evolved. Psychic weak to Bug, and Bug got buffed, and Ghost got buffed, and they're still Darks. So just a lot of issues for Grumpig, which is why you have probably not seen almost any this season. Definitely a lot lower on this list. Malamar, same sort of thing, Psychic, Dark. So all the Bug, that would be double weak to Bug, which is why it is much lower on the list. Still has play, but definitely not as used. Corviknight's on this list. They have a community day coming at the end of August, so you can just start loading up on XLs and stuff now. It is like a top ranked Pokemon in the Ultra League. Oh yeah, sorry. Grumpig and Malamar have play in the Ultra League, and so do Primeape and Annihilape. Corviknight will have a lot more play in the Ultra League as well, but you need all those XLs for it. So start loading up on the Pokemon now just to get the XLs. Skeldurge, I think it's ranked lower than it actually plays. I think Fire, as I kind of mentioned in my top teams, Giratina, and then Bastiodon team. I think Fire, there's actually quite a lot of Fire in the meta right now. Skeldurge being like one of the top Fire Pokemon behind like I'd say Talonflame, Typhlosion. Skeldurge is definitely up there. Great League and Ultra League has play. Jellicent, Great League, Ultra League, definitely a top 10 Pokemon in both. Mandibuzz, top 15 Pokemon in both. So what do you like? Everything. Like you need everything. So it really will depend on what you have now and what you're missing. So like out of any of these, where do you go? Like I think the first thing that you should be focusing on is, do I need any of these Pokemon immediately? And if the answer is yes, focus on those. Do you need a Clodsire? Because Clodsire has been like a top 5 Pokemon for like 4 or 5 seasons now. Do I need a Clodsire? Go after the Paldean Wooper. Do I need an Azumarill still? Do I need the XLs? Go after Mural. Like it really depends on what you need. Then I would focus on the ones that have play in both. I would be focusing on, I'd focus on the XL ones. So I'd focus on like Honedge to get Edgy Slash XLs. And then I would focus on your sort of Mankeys, because both Primeape and Annihilape have play in both the Great League and Ultra League. So you need a lot of candies for those. Potentially some XLs. I don't know if you actually need many XLs in the Ultra League. I forget on Primeape. And then like Inkays, because Malamar has play in the Ultra League. Rookies need XLs in the Ultra League. So just start Frillish. Jellicent needs, Mandibuzz needs 100, 296 because it level 50 for the Ultra League. So then I would focus on the Pokemon that have played in the Great League and Ultra League and trying to maximize the Ultra League XL candies. Stack them all up. We are, what are we now? Just over two to 3 weeks away from season turnover. Again, we are hoping that they just go back to guaranteed XL trading, so that you can just like save all these and then trade next season with someone in town and just get all those XLs. And then I think again, Ice Beam. The only must here is Primeape and Annihilape. You need Rage Fist on these two. Clodsire is 100% no. Ice Beam is a weird one. Honestly, it can go either way, and it depends on what you want for your coverage. Here's what you get with Ice Beam. Ice Beam, you will get walled if you are against a water Pokemon. So if you run Sparkling Aria Ice Beam, you get walled against a water Pokemon. Unless that water Pokemon is a ghost, because then like Jellicent, because then you have no play whether you use Ice Beam or the Skull Bash. Skull Bash as a normal typing, you'd be resisted on. So one of the main reasons for Ice Beam is you get your coverage for grass, which you are weak to. So giving you that grass coverage, like Credilli, will make that matchup better. Just being able to spam these Ice Beams. Flyers you get better coverage for as well. And then the main reason you would use Skull Bash is for water Pokemon. So all those Blastoise and Feraligators and just whatever water Pokemon that would resist Ice Beam and Sparkling Aria, you can use Skull Bash. So I have both. Quite honestly, I have a Lapras with an Ice Beam. I have a Lapras with a Skull Bash. It just depends which one you want to play. So it's one of those things where you might just want to build one up with Ice Beam while you have the opportunity to, because you can easily get a Lapras just with a Skull Bash later, but you don't really have a ton of opportunities. You don't know when these next events come around to give you the opportunity to put Ice Beam on Lapras. So honestly, I would just make sure one or two have Ice Beam for now, for sure. Otherwise, lots to do this weekend, as I'm driving 6 hours to go home to see my family. So I will not be again, as someone could use some Hone Edge for XLs, but outside of that, someone who's playing since 2018, I literally do not need anything else on this list. Rookity Community Day in like 2 weeks here, where you can probably get the XLs and stuff through that and wait for the Legacy move. So that is it. Let me know. Are you watching? Oh, I guess I should say good luck to those people participating in this. I'm not jealous. It's such a different, I guess we'll just have a Dan talk here for a couple minutes. The Play Pokemon Championships, I always have a bit of an issue with the Play Pokemon series. And it's not just, trust me, it's not just relevant to Pokemon Go. It's all these Play Pokemon series. Because I remember talking to a subscriber and his parents who his twin brothers play the trading card game. And they're teaching me all about the standings and how many events you need to go to. And it's one of those where in Pokemon Go, for the Play Pokemon Championships and in just Play Pokemon Championships in general, you need to play as many events as you can. So you need to play. You can't just do like I do. I just go to Toronto every year, mostly for fun, mostly for seeing my Hamilton buddies that go to play as well, seeing the community. That's basically the only reason I'm going. I'm not going to win a spot at the Worlds. Plus, I'm garbage, right? So I'm not going to win a spot. I'm just going to like see the community. But there are very good players in the world who are like top players in GBL and and like very strong in the Play Pokemon series. They'll do well on like one-offs, but they're not traveling for this. They do like 1 or 2 events and that's it. And meanwhile, you have these same people who go and play 5, 6, 8, 10 of these regional championships. And of course, they're going to make it after just getting the points at these. Now, that being said, and I've had this discussion with Rise before, the people who are traveling for these events and playing like 8 to 10, they're probably the top players in the world anyways, right? It's, it is your Rise and Accents and Dune Bugs and all these players who are playing 10 regionals. Um, so it is kind of cool to see like the top players just playing against each other all the time. But man, wouldn't it be cool? I like at times it's just like, oh, here's another matchup between people who we've seen on stream like 20 times before because they are just on at every regional and they're like the best, but they're at every regional. It'd be nice to see like some newbies, or people have like more opportunity to like play. But again, that's coming from a 38-year-old father of 2 kids who is definitely not traveling to any regionals. Ain't nobody got time or money for that. Anyways, so good luck to those who are participating. Again, I'm driving for 6 hours on Saturday. I'll probably just check like the brackets here and there and just see who's winning, but otherwise, probably not watching any of that. But that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.